Hey, hey everybody. Make sure you guys like the video as you guys come in. Hey guys. Yeah, thank y'all. I'm glad you guys went and watched the video. If you guys didn't watch the video before coming on here, just go watch it. It's like a minute long. It's like a minute long video. I'm coming back on here because like this, mind you, this happened today, okay? This bullying situation has it started like a couple weeks ago, but this particular incident happened today, right? And it kind of threw my day off because I was in the middle of editing for you guys so I can get Elijah's birthday vlog up for y'all, because I know you guys been wanting to see what we did that day. And it just got my whole day off track. Like, this got my whole day off track because I am sick and tired of these kids bullying my son. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, and I'm really trying not to crash out on these kids. I done talked to the parents. I don't know what they said to their kids, but clearly they didn't say enough because they're still doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sick of it. And I don't want to take matters into my own hands. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm coming over here to tell y'all, y'all probably not gonna get a video today. If you guys do end up getting a video today, it'll be like a haul or something, but not his actual birthday vlog, because that's going to take me a little bit of time to edit. But I'm coming on here to just let you guys know what has been going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I had to go and make a police report up about this. You know what I'm saying? I had to go and make a police report. The police should be showing up within like the next maybe hour and a half. I let them know like what's been going on. My son is not the bully. I seen somebody in my comments like a couple vlogs ago. I had mentioned it to you guys about how this one particular child that lived next door to me was the one that started the bullying. And I got somebody in my comments like, oh, we know your son is this, that, and the third. He probably the one starting all of this and that and the third. No, I know my son. I know my son like the back of my hand. Now, Elijah may mouth off and say some things or even start some things by mouthing off. But as far as putting his hands on somebody, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it unless you do it to him first. And 9 times out of 10, he won't even put his hands on you. He'll come and tell me. Now, this incident that happened this morning, I'm in the bathroom. Elijah's outside of the house. I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, let me use the bathroom real quick and I'm going to get outside to my son. Before I can even get outside to my son, I hear my son on the Ring camera. The ball goes past my son and goes, oh, that almost hit me. Y'all lucky, you lucky it didn't hit me. Soon as that happened, the little boy walks past my son and bumps him on purpose, intentionally. If you didn't watch the Ring camera footage, go watch it. I just posted it. And so the little boy bumped into him. Now, I couldn't figure out which little boy it was. There's 2 little boys out there that be bullying Eli. So I said, hold on, who was that? Because I didn't want to just, assume. So he was like, oh, that's Zaya. Now, mind you, if you're paying attention in the Ring camera footage, you see the little boy stopping his tracks. When I said, hold on, who was that? Because he didn't know, he didn't know I was watching him. And that's the thing. They be outside being sneaky, thinking that I'm not paying attention. They think that because they don't see me outside that I'm not paying attention. No, I see what y'all doing to my son. And this ain't the first time that y'all done did something to him. You get what I'm saying? So He stops in his tracks or whatever. So now Eli's like, oh, it was an accident. No, it was not an accident. I know an accident when I see one, and that was done intentionally. So he was like, I said sorry. I don't care. You only said sorry because I called you out. Had I not seen it, you wouldn't have said sorry. You would have just kept going. That was done so maliciously. Like, why are y'all out here bullying a 7-year-old? It don't make any sense. So because your mama and the other little boy mama won't do nothing, how about I'm going to do something about it? And because I can't put my hands on you or I can't cuss you out the way I want to, how about now I'm going to the police? And now they're going to do something about it, because if y'all continue to keep putting y'all hands on my son, it's going to be a bigger issue. It's going to be a bigger issue. Now, I was trying to be nice about the situation and just let these kids know, yo, stop doing that. Like, if y'all gonna be outside playing with each other, then be outside and play with each other, but don't do that extra stuff. You get what I'm saying? I'm done being nice. I'm done being nice. So the police is gonna meet them after school. They're gonna meet them. I'm not playing no more. Not when it comes to my child. Then this morning, Elijah's like, my elbow still hurt. He got scraped over the weekend. He fell. That's what he told me when it happened. So I'm like, well, it's healing, so it's gonna hurt. It's trying to heal back to its natural skin or whatever. So he elaborates and he started going, he's like, Mommy, Caden pushed me down out there. I said, well, why didn't you tell me when it first happened? He told me that he fell when it first happened, but he didn't tell me how he fell. You get what I'm saying? So now he's telling me, and I'm like, well, why didn't you say that when it happened on Saturday? And he's like, because I didn't want you to tell me to come inside. Now, no, I'm not outside 24/7 when my son is outside. No, I'm not. I have 2 big ass glass doors where I can see what's going on out there for the most part. I'm not going to sit outside every second of the day that I'm outside with my son. No, I'm not. Because not for nothing, it's kids back there and y'all should be able to play as kids. I shouldn't have to keep my eye on you every second while you're out there, right? So he was like, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to tell me to come inside. My son don't have any siblings. He only has the people that lives around him, and he just wants to make friends. So I understood what he meant when he said I didn't want to tell you, but at the same time, I don't want you outside being bullied by people or think that you should be getting bullied by people just to be able to play. I don't like stuff like that. So yes, I made a police report not only for the little boy that lived behind me, but the one that lived beside me as well. Because y'all not going to keep bullying my fucking kid. Y'all not going to keep doing it. And I'm glad I got that Ring camera footage just to show. I haven't even shown his mother yet. This is what y'all kids be doing. And then y'all gonna, because like I said, I've done brought it to their attention. But they want to try to make it seem like my son is the problem. He's not. My son is the smallest one out there. He the smallest one out there. And he knows that he ain't supposed to be outside being no bully. So you're not going to sit here and try to flip it and make it seem like my son is the issue when I got proof that your kids is out here bullying my son. This not the first time that this little boy has done stuff to my son. I watched him one day. I was sitting on my couch looking out my glass doors. He's sitting there mushing my son's arm. He mushing my son's arm. I got up and I went to the window. I said, yo, stop doing that. Why are you doing that? Keep your hands to yourself. Don't put your hands on him. And I told my son the same thing. I said, don't put your hands on nobody out here. He didn't put his hands on nobody, but I'm letting him know. Don't be stirring the pot. Don't be starting trouble with nobody. Same thing goes for him. Whatever I say to him goes for you too, right? Then it was another time we outside. Now, mind you, this little boy used to come to my door religiously, knocking on the door, asking for Eli to come outside. to play. It was one morning I was outside with Elijah waiting on the school bus. Elijah waves to the little boy or says hi to the little boy, like good morning or something like that. The little boy just standing there and not saying nothing because he too busy trying to be cool with the one next door, right? The one we originally had an issue with. So he's standing at the stairs or whatever, and he ain't saying a word to Eli. So I said, and I made sure that I was loud enough for him to hear me. I said, Eli, don't worry about it. I said, because when he comes to the door this afternoon asking for you to come outside, I said, we'll just ignore him. I said, or when later on, when he feels like talking and wants to talk to you, I said, ignore him. Now all of a sudden it's, hi, Eli. Don't do that. Don't do that. He come out here, he share his things with everybody. He shares his toys and stuff with y'all. He just want to play. And y'all sitting here ganging up on him and y'all think it's cool. That shit is not cool, and y'all not going to keep doing that to my fucking kid. I'm sick of that. And not for nothing, these kids came after us. We've been here. We've been here since the beginning of 2023. We've been here. They came after us, and they're not gonna move us from being able to go outside and enjoy our backyard or our front yard as we please. Oh, I had people over on my TikTok earlier. I was telling them about the situation. They like, oh, just don't let him go. Just don't let him play with him. Don't you think I've told Elijah that? Elijah don't care. He just want to be able to make friends. But what we're not gonna do is tell Eli to keep coming in the house because they outside and don't know how to play. We were here first. So yes, I damn sure did make a police report. I sure did. Because I don't play about mine. And I'm going the legal route. Because if I was to take matters in my own hand, I'd be in an orange jumpsuit. Elijah knows how to fight. But Elijah is not going to fight because he wants to make friends. He wants friends. He don't want to have to fight his friends. He thinks that these are his friends, and I be telling him, these are not your friends. But he don't understand that. He's only 7. The police will be here around 3 o'clock when they get out of school. I'm sick of it. I did get the parents involved, y'all. I spoke to the parents. That's the first thing that came out my mouth, that I spoke to their parents already. I spoke to their parents already. Their parents is not doing anything. So now I'm taking matters into my own hands. And now I have to get the police involved, because if I did what I wanted to do, I would be behind bars. My son wouldn't have a mother. I'm trying not to crash out, but this is really like, it's ticking me off. Cause now y'all not only just bullying him, saying stuff to him, pushing him and shoving him around, but y'all injuring him too. My son shouldn't have a scrape on his arm because you done pushed him down. And y'all only want to be his friend when he got something. No, I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't take pictures, but I'll take some when he get here. Like I said, he just told me that the little boy pushed him down and gave him the scratch on his elbow this morning. He didn't tell me that when it first happened because he didn't want to be called inside. That's what I'm thinking too, Danny, that the police will probably scare them. And that's why I told the dispatcher on the phone, I said, hey, I said, they get out of school. They all ride the same school bus together. They go to the same school. I said, if you could get an officer out here by 3 o'clock, I said, that would be great. Because now I got to show y'all that I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all think it's a joke to keep doing this stuff over and over again. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all that I'm not a joke. Yeah, I'm going to get cameras in the back too. I'm going to get cameras back there too. Yeah, so I'm documenting everything going forward. I'm documenting this. I have that documented. I saved it. Him shoving him this morning. And then whatever ends up happening afterward, I'm gonna make sure that I document that too. Because then y'all gonna have to pay me. Because I'll go to small claims court. I'm not doing no more talking with these parents. We're not doing no more talking. Because talking has gotten me nowhere. It has gotten me nowhere. So now I'm going to let the police do the talking. And I told that dispatcher on the phone, I straight up told her, I said, yo, I said, if y'all don't have an officer come out here, because they like playing with me over here. Like, when it comes to me calling the police and stuff about matters that I be having over here, they be playing with me. Sometimes the officers don't ever show up. Sometimes they come extra super late. You know what I'm saying? So I said, if somebody don't come out here, I said, then I'm going to take matters into my own hand. So your best bet is to send an officer out. Do you think it's going to... No, they scared of me. Them girls are scared of me. And I don't know why, because I'm not an intimidating person. I just don't take no shit. Like, when I had went and confronted the girl that lived literally right next door to me, I confronted her about the situation, and she was like, oh, well, your son, da 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 da. And I said, okay, but I know my son does stuff like that. Like, as far as, like, saying stuff. Elijah, he got a mouth on him. I said, but anytime I see or I hear my son doing something, I immediately get on that. And she knows that I do. I said, but I can't do nothing if y'all see something or y'all hear something that he's doing and y'all don't bring it to my attention. I can't do nothing about that. I cannot do anything about that. So, just like I came to her door and I told her, hey, your son is doing such and such and such, is the same way she could have came to my door and said the same thing about my son, whatever he may have been doing. But she didn't do that. I know my son ain't no saint, but he ain't out here putting his hands on nobody either. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. And how I know is because if Elijah was to be putting his hands on these kids, they wouldn't have a problem beating him up. And because it hasn't been any fist fights back there, just goes to show that they're the ones that's outside being the bullies. They would have been like, oh, well, he put his hands on me first. It ain't none of that. Y'all are outside bullying my kid. Or what, they gonna give a crap today? Because they gonna have a rude awakening. They don't know that I did this. Unless they follow me on social media, they don't know that I called the police. They're gonna get a very rude awakening in the next hour. The school ain't gonna do nothing. They didn't even do nothing when the little white kid spit on my son. I'm not worried about the school. I'm worried about here at home. Y'all not gonna just be shoving and pushing my son around. Mm-mm. What do you mean I shouldn't be going back and forth with a child? I'm gonna go back and forth with a child about my son. Yes, I am. What do you mean? If I say don't say nothing to my son, or if I tell somebody don't tell my son to shut up, yes, I'm gonna go back and forth with you. Are you crazy? Are you dumb? You sound crazy as hell. You sound crazy as hell. I did go and talk to the mother. You were wrong. No, you're crazy and dumb. You sound dumb as hell. You could get off my live. How about that? Before you get blocked. You sound crazy as hell if you think I'm just gonna let somebody disrespect my son in front of me and his mother standing right here. You sound crazy as hell. You done bumped your head 3, 4, 5 times. Cause you're right. Fuck out of here. Yeah, that is a mother's instinct. If y'all standing on the porch, and these kids is standing right in front of your porch, and they tell your kid to shut up. Very nasty. Shut up. And my kid wasn't even talking to them. You're going to have the same. What? Huh? Not mine. You don't have to say shut up. The word is be quiet. Now we going back and forth because he don't like the fact that I said something to him about it. I said the word is not shut up. The word is be quiet. Okay, but then you tell your son to stop talking to me? Yes, I did. But was he talking to you or was he talking to somebody else? Now we going back and forth. Talking about I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. I was correcting his behavior towards my son. And so now that we're going back and forth and you're not hearing me, now I am going to go get your mother. Because why are you going back and forth with an adult? He is. I got the recording. I got the recording right on TikTok. Like, I can download everything and show the police officer. I know I'm not in the wrong. You're not going to disrespect my son in front of me and I'm not going to say something to you. That's just like if y'all went somewhere with y'all parent. You know what I'm saying? Like your mom or somebody or whatever, and the people disrespected your mother. You just gonna let them disrespect your mother? No, you're gonna say something. Hey, yo, hold up. Why are you talking to my mom like that? There's a way to talk to her. You ain't gotta talk to her like that. Like, come on now. Don't sit up here and try to tell me that I'm wrong for defending my son. I'm teaching him how to stand up for himself. Like, heck is wrong with people? And I believe that was the same one in my comments talking cash shit to me about the incident when I first spoke on it in one of my YouTube videos. That's why I came on here and I posted the video, because my son is not the bully. My son ain't no bully. I don't raise my son to be no bully, because I know how that felt growing up. I was bullied as a kid. So you think I'm out here just raising bullies? Fuck no. I don't play that. We treat people how we want to be treated. Exactly. But the funny thing about it is, he was so scared when I kept saying, do I need to go get your mama? Because he wasn't going to go get her. Do I need to go get your mama? Now all of a sudden it's, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You would have thought that I was talking to a whole female, the way he was acting. I said, oh, that's not a problem. Not a problem. Walk right off my porch, right next door. Knock, knock. Yeah, come outside. Because now I got an issue. Now I have the issue. Don't none of these girls around here, they don't intimidate me. Nobody. Not even my vanilla neighbors. My vanilla neighbors don't intimidate me either. When I first moved here, they was putting trash on my porch. Oh, it's trash left in the street. Da 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 da. That didn't make it into. That ain't my problem. Don't come put this shit on my porch. We gotta understand it. I don't have a problem with them no more. She won't, the lady that lived next door to me, she won't come to my porch. For whatever reasons, I don't know why she feels like she's intimidated by me, but that's the vibe that I get from her. She won't say a word to me, but what you're not going to do is have your son out here bullying my damn 7-year-old. And the one behind me, your son is not going to follow in this other little boy's footsteps bullying my son either. Because both of y'all bitches could get it too. They scared of me. They won't confront me. And I ain't trying to make nobody scared of me, but what y'all not gonna do is be out here antagonizing my son. I stand on business when it comes to my son, and that's what a lot of people don't like. Or when it comes to me, period. You're not gonna bully me. Elijah knows how to fight. He don't need to go in boxing or anything like that. But I mean, I still would put him in stuff like that, but he don't need it. Elijah knows how to fight. He just won't do it because he's looking at these people as his friends. These are the people that he gets to go outside and play with. These are the only people he know that's around him. So he's not going to put his hands on them because he wants to be able to play with them. Now, if I give my son the say so or the go and beat them up, he going to do it. He's going to do it. Yeah, Elijah got cousins and everything. I done told my mom, I done told Shonda. Shonda boys is around these kids' age. Her middle son is around those kids' age. I done told my cousins. I done told the whole Facebook. I didn't even get a chance to talk to my brother. My older brother, he don't play about Eli. My mom don't play about Eli. I called my mom and I told her about it. She said, you better go talk to their parents before I come up here and I go to jail. I'm sick of this. Now, let me find something to put on, slip on real quick, because I'm definitely finna meet them at the bus stop. I'm gonna meet them at the bus stop. I'm not playing about mine. It's okay. I'm gonna let the police do the talking. I'm gonna make my police report, and hopefully he go over to their houses and he have a talk with them. We've talked before. Me and the lady across the that lived behind me, we had a talk before. She came to me and we talked. But it been little stuff that her son has been doing, like that I was like, that's kid shit. I'm not about to keep going back and forth telling her like tattletelling, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's something major, then I'll do something. And this morning that was major. Like you not no. No, we're not doing that. I didn't even she don't even know about it. I seen her walking in the backyard just a few minutes ago. She don't even know about it. She don't even know that this happened. Nobody knows that I called the police. Everybody is in for a surprise at 3 o'clock. Let me put some sweatpants on, y'all. Because I'm around here in my house. I'm trying to film content for y'all. I'm trying to edit content for y'all. And I just can't shake this. Like, I just couldn't shake it. I said, let me relax. Let me come on here. Let me tell y'all what's going on. Because I know a lot of you guys was looking for the birthday vlog. And I wanted to upload that today. But I couldn't shake this. I said, that's just going to have to wait. I got to rectify this situation because I'm not going to be able to sleep at night if I don't. Not swinging through the phone. This is crazy. These kids been picking on my son. Um so it first started one day. My son was outside. Elijah got his own little sports and stuff he be playing with outside, his soccer ball, his football and stuff like that. He outside with the neighbor next door to me. He's throwing Elijah's balls over the fence to where Elijah can't reach him. So Elijah comes in the house, Mommy, he threw my ball over the fence. Elijah crying. So like I'm like, oh my God. So I go outside. I'm like, yo, why are you throwing his stuff over the fence? So now he's trying to make up a lie or whatever. So I'm like, you need to go get him. So he went to go get him or whatever. That was that. Then what had happened? Um he Elijah was outside one day, and I guess Elijah had said the N-word or whatever. So the little boy comes to the porch and tries to beat Elijah to the porch and goes, he's outside saying the N-word. I said, you know what? I don't care. I said, I don't care what he's saying. Because guess what? When it was time for y'all to come and tell me about my son crossing the street and going to the store by himself, nobody could come and tell me about that. But now y'all want to come to my door and tattletale about him saying the N-word. I said, get away from my door with all of that. I don't care that he said that. I don't. At that point, I didn't care. So then after that, I guess the little boy had made a smart remark to Eli and was like, you're being raised by basically an unfit parent. And I know he only got that from his mother mouth or whatever, because I'm sure he went back and he told his mother. And so the little boy had repeated it to Eli, and Eli had came and told me. I said, Eli, I don't care what nobody says about me, okay? You know what kind of mother I am to you. And I just reassured him that, you know? So then after that, and I told Eli, I said, you could go and talk about his mama and how she don't teach him nothing. She don't love on him, you know? And so I guess Eli was outside talking trash or whatever, because that's what Eli does. And then, like, they would just do, like, little spiteful stuff. So the little boy that lived behind me, him and the other little boy got tight with each other. So they'll be outside playing with Eli, playing tag and stuff like that, or playing basketball or whatever, and or hide and go seek, and they'll run into the other boy's house that I have an issue with, right? And leave my son outside. So I go outside. I'm like, son, why are you out here crying? He like, they left me. I'm like, what do you mean? He like, they went into Caden's house and they left me out here. I said, son, you don't have to sit here and cry. Just get up and come in the house. But like doing spiteful stuff like that when you know he can't go in there. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. Then Saturday come, they got a bounce house in my backyard or whatever. And I already know Eli can't stay away from the bounce houses. He loved them things. So he like, mommy, can I go outside and play? I said, go ahead, Eli. So he comes back in. He says the neighbor next door, the one that I don't like, he was like, she said that I can go and bounce. I said, well, she said it's okay, then you can go play. It was a whole bunch of kids back there, so I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Next thing you know, he comes in the house and he like, I got a scrape. I fell and got a scrape. So I'm like, well, you cool. It's good. You're a boy. It happens. Just brush it off. Go back outside and play. He did that. Today, for school, he comes to me. He says, mommy, my arm still hurt. I said, Elijah, it's going to hurt because it's still healing. So he was like, well, Caden was the one that pushed me down out there on the bounce house and I got a scrape. I said, why are you just down telling me this? Like, why didn't you tell me this when it first happened? He goes, I didn't want to tell you because I knew you would tell me to come inside. Bro, you still have to tell me regardless of what you think that I may say or I may not say. These people is outside bullying you. So then he tells me, he goes, Mom, you want to know what I noticed? I said, what's that, Eli? He said, anytime I got snacks or something, that's when Caden wants to be my friend. I said, of course. I said, because they're just trying to take from you. I said, those are not your real friends, but he don't comprehend that yet. So that's the first little boy. That's the incidents that happened with the first little boy. Then the little boy that lived behind me, I caught him one day mushing Elijah's arm. I said, yo, I got up because I'm watching him do it. I got up. I said, yo, why are you doing that? I said, keep your hands off of him. I said, he ain't touching you. I said, and the same thing goes for you, Eli. I said, don't put your hands on nobody out here. Left it at that. We get up, I want to say maybe like the following week, getting ready for school. The little boy standing at the top of the hill with the other little boy. Now, mind you, they're only doing this because they in cahoots with each other now. They standing at the top of the hill. Eli comes outside. Hi, Zaya. I'm waiting for the little boy to say hi to Eli back. The little boy just standing there like, he ain't finna say nothing. I said, oh. Eli, don't worry about it. Because later on, when he get out of school, he going to be at the back door knocking for you to come outside. And we going to ignore him. I said, or later on when he feels like talking to you, ignore him. And I made sure I was loud enough for the little boy to hear me. Now all of a sudden it's, hi, Eli. Don't do that to my son. Then this morning, he don't see me outside, so he think it's to go push my son. You walk past him and you push him. That Ring camera was working. It was on the entire time. I say, yo, why you push him? Like why you do that? Oh, it was an accident. I said, sorry. No, you did that intentionally. Like, y'all just out here just doing stuff, bullying him for no reason. Bro, I don't got time for that. I'm not moving nowhere. I want them to move me. I want them to move me. Them little kids ain't got no power over me. I'll have my son beat their ass. Nobody moving me. That's why I got the police involved. Ain't no kids gonna be kids, no. That's why kids be offing themselves and committing suicide and stuff because of stuff like that. Because don't nobody want to rectify it. Everybody want to just throw around, oh, kids gonna be kids. Kids gonna be kids. No. There's a difference when kids just, outside trash talking and stuff. But it's another when kids are putting their hands on other people's kids. That's where I draw the fucking line. And I'm showing my son how to stick up for himself. You don't let nobody run over you or walk all over you. You stand up for yourself. Now, if they want their kids to stay out of damn jail, then they'll do something about it. No, he's not staying in the house. No. And that's what they was doing over on TikTok. Oh, make him stay inside. No, we were here first. Make your fucking kids that don't know how to behave stay inside. We're not doing that. Let me find some socks. Find some socks. The cops will be here in the next half an hour. Hopefully. Because they be playing. He does. Elijah just want to make friends because he's the only child. He just wants to be accepted. If any of you guys have ever been rejected, then you know how it feels, you know? And I know that's the feeling that he gets when they doing that type of stuff to him, because he like, yo, all I want to do is just play. That's all I want to do. But it's okay, because I'm working on getting my V. And once I get my V, we going to be outside. I'm going to take my son places. I'm going to take him to the park. I'm going to take him wherever he want to go and burn energy. He ain't got to play with them low lives, them ghetto ass fucking kids. I moved my son out of the hood so he wouldn't have to experience stuff like that. We don't live in the hood. We live in a suburban area. So this type of stuff shouldn't be going on. That's for ratchet people and ghetto people. Yeah, hooligans. You know, like we don't live in that type of environment. Yes, my son is 7. He just turned 7 last Tuesday. You know? He turned 7 last Tuesday. He's a fresh 7-year-old. So mind you, this been going on since he was 6. And y'all 9 and 10 years old bullying a 6-year-old. Like, how pathetic. Yep. And these kids was cool with Eli up until I stopped communicating with the lady that lived next door to me, because I had invited her over here. This was what I didn't tell y'all. I had invited her over here one night last year. And she brought her 2 kids, her oldest son and her youngest son. And when I tell you she let them run rampant in my house, she let them run rampant. And I'm like, mind you, the entire time she here, she on the phone with a whole guy that's in prison. She not paying attention to nothing her kids is doing. Mind you, it was me, her, and my cousin Shonda. Shonda had her 2 youngest kids here, and then I had my son. The little boy in my son room, her oldest boy, is in my son room, done broke the freaking what's it called? His shoe rack in his closet, done pulled down all his clothes in his closet off the hangers. It's a mess all in the floor with, like, I don't know, candy and chips and stuff all crumbled up over the floor. Just a hot mess in there. Then her little son, at the time, I think he was only 1, maybe. Yeah, I think he was like 1 or 2, or he had just turned 2. And he in my kitchen, going in my knives. He taking out my pots and pans. He throwing the basketballs at my glass doors. He making a mess all over my living room. He just running amok while she's sitting here on the phone with a guy that's in prison. And I'm like, yo, you don't see your kid leaving pizza all over my TV stands and stuff? And she was like, oh, T, I'm going to make sure I clean up everything before I go. This lady left my house and didn't do a thing she said she was going to do, right? I got up the next morning because I sat on it. I was like, I don't want to embarrass her in front of my cousin, but I don't like how she left my house. Like, I don't like it. I work hard for the things that I have, and for you to come in here and just let your kids, like, fuck it up is crazy. So I sent her a nice message I wasn't nasty. I wasn't rude or nothing. I just let her know. I said, yo, I don't appreciate what you did. And then you told me you was going to clean up the mess and you didn't do it. You just left. You know, I said, when my son is over at your house, when we're over there, I make him respect your stuff. I said, and I even see how you run behind your son in your own home when he getting into stuff, and you didn't do that here. So that's why I have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And she responded, but again, she didn't respond to the message. She just kind of like went around it. And that's what pissed me off about it. So I just stopped communicating with her. I didn't say nothing. Once she sent her message, I just left it alone. And after that, anytime I would see her, I just wouldn't speak to her. Because I'm like, what you did, you know what you did was fucked up. That's why me and her don't communicate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She too worried about the guy instead of worried about her kids. That's why her oldest son has an issue. It's because he's being neglected. She wants this happy white picket fence family with the dude and her little son, because I guess that's his father. But you leaving your oldest son out. I would feel some type of way too. She told me and my cousin to our face that he won't accept her son or his family. His family won't accept my son, my oldest son. Why are you with the man that won't accept your oldest kid? Nah. That's my baggage. He comes with me. Like, he belongs to me. You're gonna accept him. And if you don't accept him, then you don't accept me. Simple as that. Don't worry about where my child's father at. I don't have that issue where I'm in a nigga face and not worried about my kid or tending to my kid. Don't worry about my son and his father. My son is good. He don't have the same problems that that little boy is having. That little boy is in therapy because his mother don't love him properly. My son ain't in therapy. Because I talk to my son. Me and my son has that bond. We have that communication where we're able to talk to one another about how we're feeling or what somebody done did to us, this, that, and the third. He don't got that. Because she too busy trying to play house with the next nigga. Yeah. Yep, they are. But that don't give them the right to go and take out their anger on the next person. That's not right. That's not right at all. Yeah, a lot of kids do need therapy, and I'm not discrediting none of that. I do the same thing that I'm talking about. When have I ever put a man before my child? When? Just because I'm with somebody don't mean that I put them before my child. You sound crazy as hell. Even when I was with the last person that I was with, y'all always seen Eli still in the vlogs. Always seen him still in the vlogs. Me and Eli was still doing stuff together. Y'all crazy. Y'all really be just saying anything on here. He might have not been looking happy, but what's that mean? What does that mean? Just because he wasn't happy, what? What does that mean? And you assume that he wasn't happy. Why? Was you here? Was you here? Was you watching what was actually going on? That was actually happening in real lifetime? Or were you watching from a video trying to nitpick and try to find something out? Exactly. He don't need to be around him. I'm not letting them get under my skin. They just saying anything. I'm looking for... Very much so. Let me see. I'm looking for something, but I can't find it. Look, in a second, I won't be putting on no daggone bra. People think that when you not with your child's father and you with somebody else, that your child is just supposed to automatically be unhappy. Elijah wasn't unhappy when I was dealing with the last person that I was with. Now, Elijah may have had his moments where he felt like he didn't want to be around that person, and that's because that person was actually what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplining him. By, like, a male figure disciplining him. Elijah didn't like that. Why would he? He don't get that from me. Coming from a male, I discipline him, but not how a male would discipline, So that don't bother me. And for the time being, that man was checking my son and putting him in his place about how Elijah used to talk to me. Because I know a lot of y'all get on me in my comments about, oh, you talk to your son crazy and stuff. Y'all don't even hear the half the stuff he be saying to me. I'm telling y'all, Elijah has a mouth on him. And I know he gets that from me. Yeah, I don't play about my son. That little boy is my whole heart, my whole entire heart. And I be damned if I let somebody play with him. We're gonna see what happens. I'm trying to find a bra so I could at least look halfway decent when the police show up. But I can't find one. And I know they're not all in the dirty clothes. Let me check in my drawer again. It's 2:41. My son gets out of school in 10 minutes. Yeah, the people be trying to dig too deep and don't even be knowing what be going on. Let's see. Y'all give me a second. Let me put on a bra so I can look halfway decent when these people show up. And I hope they show up on time because I don't got all day to be sitting here waiting for them. Let me charge my iPad too so I can show them this video because I know the police officer is gonna ask. And I got y'all on my phone right now. I gotta find the chart. Oh, it's right there. I see it. Okay. Let me get a shirt. Where is... Oh, the iPad right here. Thank God for Ring. I need that. And I need this. Sorry, guys. Little intermission. Had to put some clothes on. okay for the most part. It's just like when I be trying to explain myself to you guys, and then I get those trolls that come in here and try to make it seem like me or my child is the issue, you know? Like, I don't have a problem taking accountability for anything that I have done, you know? I feel like I am very great at taking accountability when I'm wrong in a situation. But ain't nobody finna sit up here and try to make me out to be the bad guy when I have literal proof that people are literally sitting here bullying my kid. Like, that's what I don't mess with. Like, I don't like that. Okay. I don't need my family to help. I got this. My mom raised a wise, black, strong woman, okay? I got this. Oh, I'm like, where is my... Is this it? Yeah. I gotta let y'all charge so I could bring y'all outside with me. Okay, so if y'all don't know what's going on, just go watch my recent upload. It's like a minute long. Let me see if it's on. I think it might be in my mother messages. I just sent it to her. Y'all let these people call me whatever they want to call me. If that makes them sleep better at night, let them call me whatever. They are, ooh, they are insecure. Yep, I got it right here. Let me download it. Who is that? Yeah, that's why he sat there for a second. No, don't do that. Hey, what's his name? Zaya, don't do that. That was rude. Say excuse me. Mm-hmm. I got get outside to get my baby out the school bus too. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because they normally pull up around like 3 o'clock or like 3:05 or something like that. I'm gonna wait till 3 o'clock though, and I'm gonna go outside and get him off the school bus. We gonna see, and hopefully the police is outside too. My brother funny. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. They was just friends. What happened? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know all these comments was coming in. My bad, yo. Um, I want to keep y'all on the charger as long as possible because I don't know how long this interaction is gonna be, and I don't want it to die, the phone to die. Um, 4 more minutes, and then we'll head outside. No, it's not at school. It's at home. Yo, Bex is holding down the comment section. Thank you. I appreciate it. None. I've been talked to the parents. I've been talked to the parents. I'm done talking. The talking has got me nowhere. The video is on my YouTube. If you click out of this live and go to my recent uploads, it's there. No, he'll be fine. I'm gonna let him know when he get off the school bus. I'm gonna be out there to get him off the school bus. And I'm gonna let him know it's regarding this incident. I talk to my son about everything. He's a human just like I am. And he's curious and he wants to know things as well. So I tell him. The boy, the one that pushed him today, he is 9. Now, the one that we originally had an issue with, he's either 10 or 11. I'm not sure. So don't quote me. He's one or the other, though. He's 10 or 11. I know that. We don't have an apartment manager, babe. We have a landlord. But we'll see. Because 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to do nothing because they want their money. So that's why I brought it to the police. No, it wasn't an accident. He bumped Eli purposely. Yeah. I'm going to leave the iPad on the charger. We about to go outside to get him off the school bus because I don't want to miss the school bus. And mind y'all, it wasn't like I watched that back. Like, I watched it as it happened. I was sitting on the toilet. And I was like, I know my eyes ain't playing tricks on me. I'm like, hold on. Did I just see what I thought I just saw? I'm like, nah. This can't be right. I'm like, nah, my eyes ain't playing tricks on me. Like, these kids is definitely out here bullying my kid. So here we go. Let's see what's going on out here. Hopefully she gets here at a decent time. Cause sometimes she be a little wishy-washy. Sometimes she come at around like 3:04. Sometimes she come around like 3:10, 3:15. So hopefully she on time today. But yeah, I'm finna stand at the top of this hill. I was hoping a police officer was gonna be out here. But maybe one is gonna be pulling up soon. I hope so. Yeah, Eli did. Y'all heard him? He said that ball almost hit me. Like, I'm telling y'all, Eli ain't scary. He ain't scary at all. He was like, that ball almost hit me. And then he said, you lucky it didn't. He said, you lucky it didn't. And then that's when the little boy proceeded to walk past him and bump him. And that little boy mama out here. That's why I wish the police was here. She's standing right outside. I think his bus is actually gonna be pulling up on time. That might be them. No, she don't know. I didn't tell her. I just went straight to the police. And I made a complaint, and they told me that they would have an officer out here to they will have an officer out here to get a report. Wow, she just ran the stop sign. Excuse me, miss. Do you know if these two little boys have a problem with my son on the school bus? Those two that just, no problems? Okay.
But he sit down in the back, and I say all the time, sit down in the front.
Okay.
Last year, I have his name tapped.
Okay.
He sit down every time.
Uh-huh.
This year, and I want to do that.
Okay.
So I say sit down in the front, but he anyway sit down in the back with them.
Okay. All right, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
You want him in the front?
Say to him, sit down in the front.
You want, okay, gotcha. Elijah, come here.
Boo!
You ain't scare me. Come here. How was your day?
Good.
Okay. Cops right here. You'll find out why.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
What happened?
I'm going to tell you. The police officer knows. No, it's not for you. Hello? Yeah. You looking for Tiana Gomez? Yes. I called. So I've been having an issue with these children that live around here. They've been bullying my son, and I've done talked to their mother.
What houses are they in?
That one right there, that one is going in. And then that first one right here.
On the end?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Did you talk to the moms or no?
I talked to his mom. This one I really didn't have an issue with until today. So I didn't bring it to her attention. I just called you guys to make you guys aware before it escalated into something else.
Yeah.
But I didn't appreciate what this one did this morning to my son. And this one has been an ongoing thing with this one for a while.
And he was being mean to my mom.
Hold on.
What's going on, though? What are they doing to him?
So that one, he started all the bullying stuff or whatever, you know, antagonizing him. And I guess this one just kind of like fell into it. Like he seen him, you know, doing like little slick stuff to my son. So he followed behind him. Where's the scrape? Where's the scrape? So Saturday, they were playing on a bounce house that they had in the backyard. The one that just walked in the house pushed my son down, scraped his elbow.
No, the sun beam.
Did he push? Did he push you? He pushed them down.
Whose bounce house was it?
It was theirs down at the end.
Okay.
Then, he pushed them down. He got the burn.
Yep.
Here. Now this morning, this one Him and the other one was throwing a football back and forth with each other.
Yep.
The football almost hit my son. My son said, "Oh, that almost hit me." Luckily, it didn't. This one walked to go grab the football, but as he went to go grab the football, he bumps into my son. Why'd you do that? You know, it was enough space for you to walk around.
They're kids, man. That's what happens.
No, that's not what happens. This has been ongoing. You get what I'm saying? I'm watching this happen.
I was a kid once too. I just didn't come out of the room.
I understand
like
that, but this been going.
But I'll talk to both of their parents. It's all I could do, really. You know, I'm not gonna. They're young kids. I'm not gonna throw them in jail.
No, I know you're not gonna throw them in jail, but I want them to stop bullying my son.
Yes.
Because I don't want this to escalate.
I gotta get your name before I leave.
They go to the same school, yes. Chase Elementary.
The sun was beaming on the slide, so when the sun was beaming on the slide, pushed me down, and then my skin got
I'm staying right here. Hold on. Sit right here. Cut it out.
Can I have a hug, Mommy?
Nope, I'm gonna keep documenting because if something else keeps happening, it's gonna be more. I'm gonna keep bringing it to their attention.
Mommy, can I have a hug?
Unsupervised, I'm always watching from inside of the house. My screen doors are always open, and I'm watching what they're doing outside. I watched him on my Ring camera this morning, literally bump and.
That's the honest. I'm not doing it. Don't be watching kids.
Watch out.
When they play rough with them, you get upset. I told Elijah nicely. Don't play with them if they don't want to play with you. He still wants to play. That is the honest.
Yes, and I know that, and I told Elijah that.
That's on him.
That's his name?
Yes, his name is Elijah.
You can't blame it on other kids. They don't want to play with him.
Okay, if they don't want to play with him, but then don't put your hands on him either.
Playing with them anyway. That's antagonizing. If somebody's saying, I don't want to play with you, and you insert yourself somewhere, what do you think is going to happen? They're boys. This is why when they're playing football, I say to Elijah, if you can't play like that, don't play with them. I go to school to work with kids. I work with kids in the daycare. I never put them in a situation to be hurt. But you also have to realize when they're not being supervised, they do things that you don't see. I have,
it's impossible.
Honest to God, sorry. Saturday, when the bounce house was there, the little boy said to him, I don't want you to play in the bounce house. He started crying. I don't know if you heard that. I said, if you have a ring camera, really utilize it. He started crying. Somebody help me, please. I told him to stand up, not my child. I said, come here. If people don't come and play with you, you don't play with them. They didn't want him in the bounce house. He started pushing. He slapped her son on Saturday. Nobody brought that up to me.
But that's what I'm saying.
The kids.
No. If my son is outside doing something to somebody, they need to.
You've never stopped him. He comes outside and curses some more. I'm being real. We have to be accountable.
Are you kidding me? I didn't check my son that day.
You told him one time he came outside and does it more.
But you never came back to me and told me that.
Because if you're outside watching him, I don't have to come knock on the door.
I'm not gonna be outside watching him every single second of the day.
Exactly. So I'm doing my
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So don't say that I'm not outside supervising my kid when I'm watching right from the
I'm not doing it. I want to have a younger kid playing with older kids unsupervised. That's
right here.
Me. It's not a controlled environment. Just like you said, we can't be everywhere at one time.
Exactly.
Right, and he's younger, so why allow him to play with them?
Because I'm not even making it about your son, because it really wasn't even about him at first. Hold on.
Bus driver, I'm really ready to call Durham.
I'm asking him because That's what I was told to do. I didn't have to, because at the end of the day, I watched your son do some, because it, listen, I'm not going to keep addressing you when I never did.
You never addressed me about Zion because my son has never given your son an issue.
Exactly. But when you brought it to my attention, I addressed you with
multiple issues with.
But you never came to me.
I have.
One time.
About 3 times.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But I definitely brought it to her attention about her son. No, you never did.
Elijah, were you not told before and told?
You told him, but you didn't tell me.
I said you can't come in here because you take stuff and you don't bring it back. I said I'm sorry.
You
Mom.
never said that. You never said that. Because I would have corrected my son about that.
Children.
It is children. I never had an issue with your son. He was coming to my door every day asking for Elijah to come outside. Yes, I am, because you're outside bullying my son. Yes, he does. Knocking on my door in the backyard asking for Elijah to come outside.
Okay. I said if you can't play.
But was he not? Was he not?
He said I don't anymore. You heard that part?
I get it.
Children.
What I'll do is I'll talk to this woman over here, and you just gotta try to do the best you can do. That's all you can do. These guys might be a little too rough for you, buddy.
You don't need to play.
It might be a little too.
I've been saying that though, but he never had an issue with your son. That's the problem. I never had an issue. He never had an issue with your son. It wasn't until, hold on, it wasn't until him and that one started getting like real close together where he started seeing him do certain stuff. So he started doing it. It was one morning, Elijah was like, "Hi, Zaya," standing right here. Zaya sat there and didn't even speak back. So I said, "Elijah, it's fine." I said, "It's fine. I understand that."
It happens.
I didn't know that your son didn't want to play with my son though. He never told me that though. I only thought that I had an issue with that one.
When he cries, I pull him aside. I said, "Baby, if they don't want to play with you, don't play." Why? I'm me. If Zion was doing.
See, I didn't know, but I didn't know that. If I knew your son didn't want to play with Elijah, I would have said, "Elijah, don't play with Zion. Don't play with Caden."
I'm shocked that you didn't know it, being that you can hear us. That's what you said. You can hear us say, "I'm surprised." Because even when you cried with the bounce house, I looked at her.
Sometimes you just walk away.
Come here, because it has nothing
That's
to do
all.
with
Walk
me.
away
I don't
from
have
it.
to do that. I don't have to
So you don't have to
regulate.
listen.
But I'm not gonna watch
That's
him
all.
cry over something he don't need to cry about.
Mm-hmm.
Does he need to sit there and cry if they don't want to play? No.
Maybe
Baby, go
when
play
he's
by
around,
yourself.
he said.
You know what Elijah does? He keeps antagonizing.
Because why does he have to play by himself? He wants to be able to play with the bigger boys. Why he can't play?
The way they play isn't socialized. If it was, you wouldn't be hearing the crying and the taking the toys and the fighting. And that's why
He's the only child. So I understand that.
I said, when somebody's not playing the way you need them to play, you leave it alone. That's a part of growing up. Elijah's gonna have that problem with other kids.
Right.
So it's like you can't force them to be happy if they're not happy. If they not getting
But I understand. But what your son did this morning, was that called for? Like, he didn't have to do that.
bump into him.
He didn't just bump it. Do you need to see the ring camera?
I don't need to, because I can show you. I pick up the ball and do like this. Because that's what boys do. Straight
No,
up.
that's not what he did.
Play like that all the time in our yard.
But you just said that you don't want your son playing with my son, so why even do that?
He said that he told not to play with them. Do you think he was standing outside and just not doing nothing?
Mom, what's your date of birth, hon?
5/13/97.
Okay. Let me go talk to this other woman. What's
Thank
this
you.
kid's name?
Caden? I don't know his last name. His name is Caden.
And they all as much. And
Don't play with them at all.
And if they don't want you to play with them, that's okay. There's other guys to play with. Especially when you go to school. There's other guys. There's other kids, right?
Yeah.
You got friends at school, right?
Yeah.
That don't live here. Okay. That's what you'll do. And we'll avoid some problems. Right? That's all. You don't want to be playing. If they're a little older, they maybe think it's good, but might be a little too rough for you.
Is this person named Peter?
No, we're not talking about nobody
In school.
at school.
We're just talking about these kids right here. Because this is where most
If
of
he's
it's
not
going
outside,
on.
then you can't play with him either. And I think they're related to him, so don't even play with them at all. Okay? Just go outside, play with your own stuff, and that's that.
That's all.
Don't go playing with them because they're too busy in cahoots with each other and they're trying to make an issue. I didn't know you had an issue with Zaya.
No.
Had I knew you had an issue with
When
him,
you
we
go-
wouldn't even.
When you go to in school, these guys are in a different grade,
Yep.
so you don't really see them in school, huh?
They just live around
I
here.
usually see my other friend.
Okay. That's the way we're gonna do it. 'Cause
Zaya's,
your mom, listen to me. Your mom's getting upset about it.
Zaya's in 3rd grade.
For her to-
Elijah, it's okay.
Yeah,
Let her talk.
For her to get upset and call the police, that means she's really upset about it. You follow me? Because the police only get involved when things kind of get a little too much. So she's upset of that. So we'll just do that. And when you go to school, you play with them. That's all.